G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell-finding adventure up at Hervey Bay. I am very excited because it looks like there are plenty of shells here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got some water to wash him out in. Oh my goodness, doesn't he look nice on the front? Yes, we're starting things off with a very colourful commercial scallop. There we go. Don't know why I suddenly brain farted on the name. Anyway, there are plenty of shells on the rack line, which is why I said I was very excited. Yes, look at all the goodies to find. All the cream coloration up there looks like shell piles too. So let's see what we find today. Next up, I see that there is a little chip out of the top of it, but you know what? I think he's going to be very nice anyway. Super red colour. Maybe I'll give him a wash out. Yeah, there we go. It is a flat side of a commercial scallop. Oh, I maybe want him. No, not the very, very faded looking moon snail or the very faded surf clams around it. No, I want this guy. He looks quite large for what he is. It is a shrewd top shell. You look very nice. It even looks all nice and whole on the edges. I was wondering if the sand was covering up some jagged chips on it. No, it looks all good. It is a thick-ribbed cardita. Oh, sir, you look very cute. Yes, it is another scallop shell. Looks all nice along the top. Yes, I think it is a Singapore scallop. I'm always a bit iffy on some of the scallops around here, but let's go with Singapore scallop. Oh, another scallop. Hello, sir. Yes, sometimes there's a lot of these around here. You might just end up seeing a lot of them in the shell display at the very end. It is, of course, a scaly scallop with those lovely little scale textures on it. Spring has sprung for the sorted moon snails. Yes, this jelly-like substance is a sorted moon snail's egg casing. Unfortunately, they tend to wash up on the tides. Baby snails, they don't grow up on sand though. They need to grow up on sand under the water. So we're going to put this guy back in the water and hopefully it stays in there. There you go. There's a lot of pebbles and broken shell grit in the shell grit pile, so I don't end up looking at it, as much as I should perhaps. This guy's kind of interesting, just sitting on top. It is a thorny oyster, but it is incredibly smooth, and it doesn't look like it had any other knobs on it, so maybe it was supposed to be. There's like one knob right there. Super interesting. I don't usually find these in nice condition or in any kind of colourful conditions. That's just a nice surprise. Our first baler. Hey, he's even got some colour on top. There we go. It is a baby baler. I mean, I just say it's a baby baler. It's just a baler shell, but it's a incredibly small juvenile one. These guys can get like, oh my goodness, they can get like 40 centimeters long or so. They can get really, really large. Ooh, and a few steps away, you are incredibly whole. Ooh, I like this one. Yes, it's a commercial scallop. It's just got this nice little almost like stripe of color there. And the rest of it's very nice, and it's got little pointy points. It's pretty small. It's like half the size that I would usually find them from here. Let's take a look. I mean, I would say he is passable, unfortunately missing the tip, but there are a lot of even older ones around. Yes, he has lost all of his colours and even more of the tip. This one is a Campbell's Strombus. They're pretty common here, but it's hard to find nice ones that aren't alive. Usually I find the better ones when it's in the springtime and they start to wash up. Anyway, yes, lots of shells on the shell piles. Not much that I really take an interest in. I usually find that the nicer shells are sitting on the high rack line, just out of the shell piles. Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be a very good day for commercial scallops. Oh, he looks pretty good on the front, like not old, not pitted. It still looks like he's got some like nice shine on him perhaps, or maybe that's just the wetness. Very lovely and red on the back. Yes, it is a commercial scallop once again. You can also call these the Southern Australian scallop or the Tasmanian scallop. If you find these in Tasmania or, in the colder waters around Australia, they grow even bigger, like definitely like another 40% or 50% larger than this. Oh yes, I know everyone, yes, but it is another very nice scallop. Here we go. It looks like a lovely Singapore scallop. Yes, I really like the colours and patterns on that one. Another sweet swirly baby baler. Yes, he's got some colour right there. Bit of calcification on the side, but I'm going to take him. I just don't find too many with coloration or with some of the darker colorations. They dry out and fade very quickly from here. Small fella. I usually find these when the rack lines wash up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, there we go. It is a variable mitre. I see a tiny hole in it, but the rest is actually not too bad. Yeah, I'm just going to pick them up for a bit of variety, I think, despite it being a bit of an old shell. I think it is a burnt-edged rock whelk, a type of droop shell. And I also want to look at this. Yes, you are very, very colourful, good sir. It is another scaly scallop. Ooh, missing the tip, are you? You are whole on the bottom. I thought that was going to have a big break there. Little bit of a break right there, I think, but otherwise not a bad shell find. It is a long-tailed spindle shell. And I think I might also collect some of these as I go along. Oh, and there's a jeweled dog whelk there. Hold on. We got some blackish margarites right here. I think they're a type of, not a toothed top shell, but something very similar to that. Also, there are a lot of very faded moon snails around. I haven't shown any yet because I'm pretty much a moon snail snob. I want to make sure that whichever one I pick up is the nicest one possible because I am that much of a snob. This looks pretty good though. Yes, sir, you are adorable. It is a jeweled dog whelk. I think this moon snail looks suitably colourful, suitably shiny. Yes, it is a yellow-coloured bladder moon snail. I haven't seen a nice grey-green one yet, but I'm hoping to collect some nice ones of those too. Am I lucky enough to get a whole one? Are you whole? It looks whole on the back. Maybe I might wash this one out. It looks like it's got some good patterning on it. Epic reveal! Oh, yes, that is incredibly nice. I like those 3 lighter stripes through it. They're not really centered or symmetrical. Usually the patterns on these guys are more symmetrical. Anyway, it is a flat half of a commercial scallop, a pretty nice large one for here. Oh, and not far away, it is another whole one. Hold on, it's covered in sand once again. Oh my goodness, yes, it's whole. But it is super, super small. Yes, another flat half from a commercial scallop. Just a very baby one. I turned around and saw it. Are you alive? Oh, I think that's just a lot of sand in there. Oh, don't flick the shell out of your fingers, Maddie. Yes, I dare say that's just sand. I will give it a proper rinse out later just to make sure, but I think it's pretty clear. He's very, very cute. I do like the blackness on his spire. Gives it some nice contrast. It looks like a fairly fresh Campbell's Strombus. I can get luckier and get even fresher ones. Actually, is that chipped or is that just not mature there on that corner yet? Usually it's a bit thicker right there. Anyway, super happy. I don't usually get a lot of fresh ones with nice patternings on them, so I'm pretty stoked with him. Well, I was just washing out my Campbell's Strombus. Yes, it is empty, and there looks like a nice, large, colourful one of these down here. Will you stay colourful once you dry, sir? I mean, I'm not sure about that answer. I gotta wait until it dries. It is a lovely, large Chemnitz's Venus with some little bands of patterns on it. He looks good and colourful and has a bit of shine, a bit of a broken lip though. It is a bladder moon snail. I don't know why, but all the flats are coloured side up today. Usually they're coloured side down. Let me wash this guy out too. There we go. Oh, he's nice. Usually I find flats and they don't have a lot of patterning through it. This one's got some subtle patterns. There's been some surprisingly nice ones today. I am very, very pleased. I usually find a lot of plain looking ones or a lot of broken ones. So getting so many intact ones with good colours and patterns, this is a real plus today. I've got a spring in my step. Are you alive? Are you goopy? Are you nice? Like it feels... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just naturally still joined, although I will say probably hanging by a thread. Oh, dude, you look very, very nice. I love these. I do not get many joined ones. It is a hairy cockle shell. As you can see, that greenish brown stuff there is its hairy periostracum. Underneath it, you can kind of see a preview. It's hiding a beautiful orange color. Absolutely love these. I do not get them often. Oh, having a good day, everyone. I'll put that into the bucket of chaos with the scallops. There's so many scallops in there. I know, everyone, we've got a lot of scallops today, but look at the color. Look at the color of this one. It is like so red, it's almost turned a purple color. It looks lovely on the back. I wonder if it'll dry nice. It's very wet right now. Sometimes shells dry and they end up looking quite white and calcified. I believe this one is a glory scallop. Maybe one of the largest and nicest glory scallops I've ever found. Wow. We might finally be coming across some of the nicer moon snails. That is the ones that have their coloration and shines and lips still intact on them. This is a very cute sorted moon snail. Yes, the sorted moon snails have that lovely red around the opening. They can also be called a leaden moon snail. Ooh, what are you? That is some kind of seraph shell. I don't know which one. He's a bit sun-bleached, a bit old, but I still like him. Oh yes, I'll take you. Another thick-ribbed cardita. This one's got like a nice little swoop-de-swoop right at the end there. I am doing very well for bivalves today. Bivalves means two sides, so yes, it is the clams, the cockles, and the scallop shells. This one is an arc shell, another bivalve. It is a pill arc. Lovely orange on that join there. Oh, that red just looks lovely. Yes. Hello, sir. You are a lovely sorted moon snail once again. Ooh. Oh, it is nice on the top. Hello, sir. Yes, I am down at the shore, just having a little bit of a walk back. Maybe I'll get to the mangroves today. It is another jeweled dogwelk. It looks really, really nice. Too often I find these with scuffs all over them or a chipped opening. This one seems pretty good. I suppose I should collect some of these. I've been low-key ignoring them because I've already gotten so many scallops. Anyway, they are pretty fun to find. So here it is, a propeller arc shell. Ooh. You are whole on the bottom. Ooh, again, hello. It is another long-tailed spindle. A little bit smaller than the first one, but I think the point is nicer, more of a chip out there. Honestly, this is about as good as I usually get from here. They can break very easily coming into the shore. I just snuck another pill arc into my bucket, turned around, oh my goodness, and saw him. Are you guys sick of seeing the commercial scallops yet? Either the flats or the curves? I hope not, because there might be a lot today, who knows? It is another flat half of a commercial scallop, very typical, just a flat-toned colour on it. I almost stepped on that. Ooh, yes, it is whole. He is extremely orange. I'm actually quite surprised because usually I find these guys in the mangroves. The mangroves turn them orange like this, but the mangroves, oh, look, there's a nice Campbell strumpus right there. The mangroves are still like at least a K, probably 2 Ks away. They're right down at the end there. He is a nice little find at the sort of the start of the morning. Hello, and I want to look at this one. It is empty. Yes, there is no creature in it. It is another absolutely beautiful Campbell's strumpus. Oh my gosh, are you nice on the bottom? You are decent on the bottom. Yes. I think it's going to go very white when it dries. It feels pretty chalky. That tip looks very white, but it is lovely and coloured. It is another little Baler shell. Oh, it is probably extremely faded because those orange stripes are supposed to be dark brown. It is oh my goodness, it is a threaded moon snail. That was the one, or threaded sand snail. They're a very thin shell, so getting them to wash up intact is kind of a feat. I've only got like 3 nice ones ever from around here, so yeah, super cool. I just pulled that out of the sand. It is a piece of a full-size Baler. Yes, those baby Balers would have potentially grown as large as this bit. No, you are absolutely not whole just sitting there like that, are you? It's just full of sand. It's super sun bleached. When these guys are fresh, they can be extremely colorful, but hey, it's a whole one. After I just found a piece of a very broken one. That is probably getting close to one of the largest intact ones I found from here. I think I found one like, oh my goodness, a few months ago that was kind of a similar size. Yes, you can see he had some patterns there. Obviously, none on top, although the patterns can disappear pretty quickly even while the snail is alive. It feels pretty good, like the inside of it. Hold on, yeah, the inside of it still feels a little bit slippy and shiny. Oh, I am very happy with that. That makes it a very good day for me. Oh my goodness. Yes, back to the arcs and cockles now. I've got myself a hooked arc shell. Very unusual to see them. I usually just don't get them at all. I sometimes find them down at the home beach as well. And by sometimes, I mean I found one intact one ever down there. Whoa. It's actually mostly whole. It's got a big break in it. I usually don't show broken shells because there's so many broken shells. They're not as interesting as the intact ones. This is one I've never found though, so it's extra interesting to me. I think it's a cabbage whelk or a turnip whelk. I feel like it's something like that. It's something like a rapana shell, rapana or rapiformis, something like that. Oh my goodness, I never get these. Apparently I can find them from here and from down at the home beach. I just haven't been lucky enough yet. You have a little spiky spike sticking up. Let's take a look. He's cute, he's a bit old and whatnot, but he is cute. I think it is oh my gosh, is it a long spined thorny oyster rather than a violet-edged one? It's honestly hard to say. Another joined bivalve. Yes, it doesn't look goopy on the inside. It looks like it's just sand. It looks like it's got quite a loose joint, so I'll try to be careful with it. Yes, it is a surf clam. I've been calling it an antiquated surf clam. I just got it so dirty just then. This is what all of those very sun-faded clams on the rack line have been throughout the video so far, but this is just a very fresh one. Oh, the base looks good. It looks good on the top too. Yes, it is the first one that I've seen. Even like the first one in general. I haven't even seen any faded grey-green bladder moon snails yet. Oh gosh, he's nice. Lovely blue tips on these guys. Lovely different striations of colour. I think all these different colours come from living out on the mudflats and having different sediments impact how the shell is formed. This looks joined. Are you actually empty? Yes, I see daylight through there. It's an empty one. This is a fingernail clam. By any other name, you could also call it a razor clam, I guess. I can't even hold it. I'm trying to like splay it open and it's not doing it for me. I'll just hold it like this. I think I remember a lot of these washing up around this time last year, like around the springtime. I think that means they're generally just a seasonal shell find. Another clam shell. It looks a lot like the antiquated surf clam from earlier, except it's got more of a smaller and elongated shape. It is the dissimilar clam. Ooh, another good looking one. Yes, he's not too bad. Another grey-green bladder moon snail. I picked up one of these earlier, but it wasn't as nice as this one. This one's actually got its whole tip intact. It is a shrewd top shell. Well, aren't you well camouflaged? Oh, I dropped it. What else is new? This is an unusual one. I sometimes find them here, sometimes find them up at Barham Heads. It is a swollen, wide-mouthed top shell. Yes, it is a type of top shell. It is not an abalone, no matter how much it kind of sort of looks like one. I have been accruing a collection of sorted moon snails, but this is the first maroon one I've seen today. Yes, they come in maroon and then that greyish colour, sometimes purples as well. I'm going to collect this guy. I haven't seen too many. Oh my goodness, you've got a break, so maybe I won't collect you. It is a spotted strawberry top shell, and over here there are a ton of these. I usually just don't bother to collect them. It is some kind of talon. I really don't know which one though. They're very hard to identify, but they are all over the rack lines. They just dot here and there. Ooh, you are shiny, my sir. Yes, it is a jingle shell. It's lovely and golden. I don't usually find golden ones here unless they're very fresh. It doesn't have its other side though, but it still seems pretty good. It is an Australian jingle specifically. It's a slightly different species than what you might find in other parts of the world. Are you another hairy? Oh my god, he's so small. Yes, it is another hairy cockle. So earlier I picked up a full-size one. He is extremely hairy. This must just be a juvenile one. I have never seen it so small before. I've never actually seen just single halves of these strewn about the beach. They're that uncommon. Very nice to get a second one today. Oh my goodness. Into the bucket that I did clear out, although now it's kind of full of pillarks. Are you attached to anything? Oh, it is attached to the other side. Oh, I feel like these are something I find seasonally as well. Hello, my good sir. Aren't you a lovely little treasure? It is a yellow, it's an orange leaf talon. It looks yellow, but it also looks orange, so sometimes I get them confused. Very, very lovely, very, very delicate, paper thin, sometimes wash up here, although I would say usually in the springtime or the summertime more than any other time. So yes, there are cowries here. I've probably noticed about 3 of these guys so far. I guess I'm a snob because I don't usually pick these up. I get very, very spoiled with the shiny, glossy, beautifully coloured cowries at the home beach, so I sometimes overlook these. It is a very faded subviridis. Oh, sorry, that is the green-tinted cowrie. Sometimes the scientific name pops up in my head instead of the English name. It is probably one of the only Australian cowrie species that can live on sand and mudflats, so that's why they also live here at Hervey Bay. It has begun. It is time to find the land snails. Hello, Mr. Sweet Swirly Land Snail. There we go, get all the sand off of you. He looks pretty good, although I can find them even darker when they're even fresher. Yes, I do believe it is just a bit of sand in there. Oh, he's lovely. It is a Biggenden banded snail. He's named after a town in kind of central Queensland called Biggenden. Please be whole. Oh no, I reckon a crab got to that. Doesn't it look like a crab chipped that away or something? Oh, I'm probably going to hang on to it anyway. It is the nicest long-tailed spindle so far. Nicest, I say, because of that nice tip. And the long tail, unfortunately, very, very broken away on the lip, but such a lovely shell in any case. Ooh, I like the colours on him. Yes, once again, another sorted moon snail. He's got some very nice streaks of different colours. It makes him look extra unique. Does that have the rest of itself? It does indeed. Although the siphon, like the little tail, looks like it might have broken off just a touch. But anyway, it is another short-spined murex. Pretty calcified, but that's just how they are from here. And we have another arc shell. Yes, it is the Indo-Pacific arc shell. Or you could call it a turkey wing. Ooh, dark stripes. And the lip is intact. I was looking at that and wondering if it was a full lip. Yes, it looks pretty good. It just doesn't look like it's very thick. It is another land snail. To be honest, there's about half a dozen of these banded snails that can pop up here. They all look extremely similar. I've got no idea if this is another Biggerton banded snail or if it's something else, but I'm just going to go with Biggerton banded snail. Tip? Yeah, it's got the tip. Hello. Why not? It is another nice looking Campbell's strombus. Strombus is just a fancy word for conch, so yes, it is a conch shell. I am instantly suspicious because I see a lot of dark coloration around the spiral. Are you gloopy? Actually, no. I was so suspicious. I think it's fine. There's just some bits of shell stuff in there. Oh, it's very nice. Another adult-sized Biggerton banded snail. I'm not even in the mangroves yet, and there's one of these guys. He is very deeply purple. Oh, yes, sir, you are nice. It is a violet neurite. They don't get very large. This is probably getting close to maximum size, although actually I think they can get a bit bigger. Anyway, you can also call it a mud neurite because these ones live in the mangroves, in the mud around there. Yes, I'm at the mangroves. I just wanted to point out, look at all of the orange water. It is staining the shells down there a very, very orange colour. So when I sometimes say that the mangroves stain shells, this is how the shells just sit in water that is contaminated or is just having the tannin from the mangroves filter into it, and that's what turns a lot of shells a funny orange colour from here. Our first mangrove snail right in the middle of the mangroves. Are you alive? Is indeterminate. I'm not sure. I'll just say that it is until I know that it isn't. It is a giant mangrove whelk. I see a different kind of land snail. Are you an empty one? I mean, to me, that looks pretty empty. I've been calling this one an Asian tramp snail. I think that's right, or it's something else. I've got no idea. I'm not very good at identifying land snails, really. Ooh, I see pink. Yes, it is whole, too. It's a little pink-coloured violet neurite. Sometimes they just either grow pink or they just discolour to pink. I'm not really sure how it goes. Anyway, there's lots of shells to look through here, although not much is jumping out at me. I'm hoping to get a few more of the minis, maybe over there under the trees. I could use a shade break. It looks intact. Yeah, it is intact. So a lot of the shells are sun-bleached from here. They just sit up on the rack line in the sun all day. So they go white, they go calcified, but still lovely textures and colours on some of them. It is a splendid top shell. Ooh, that one looks like it's still got some brown on it. Like it hasn't completely faded to white. Yes, it is a brown-ribbed mudwhelk. They never seem to have their tips. Yes, I'm smushing things out of the way with a stick while being careful of any snakes in case snakes pop up. It is another brown-ribbed mudwhelk, and I also saw, yes, this one. It's another mudwhelk, but see how the textures are different? It can get bigger. I think this one is either broken or didn't grow very large. That is a Legiliot's mudwhelk. And I see another jingle. Oh, you're very cute into the light. Yes, another Australian jingle. He popped out of the shell pile I was poking around in. Yes, it is a juvenile giant mangrove whelk. I like getting them when they're little babies like this because their shells are usually nice and dark compared to the light grey they turn over time. There we go. I've been poking around back here for about 20 minutes, I guess, and this is the first one I have found into the sun. There is a bit of sun there. Looks like a lovely little Philippine Wental trap. Ooh, this is the first one of these that I've seen, which is quite surprising because usually they're everywhere. It is a lined neurite. Ooh, yes, it is clear. Another land snail for me, another biggened and banded snail, I should say. Well, I decided to leave the mangroves early, but the mangrove snails are following me. Yes, it's another little lined neurite. Well, that's certainly a lot of seashells, so yes, here are the shell finds for Hervey Bay. And if you've enjoyed this very large lot, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. I ended up leaving the mangroves kind of early. The sandflies were biting, and then I stepped on something that was wiggly and I custard it, and then I blinked and then it was gone. So maybe it was a snake or maybe it was a hallucination. But anyway, I decided to get out of there. Anyway, it is time to talk about shelf favorites and special mentions. So if you do have a favorite from this lot, please let me know down in the comments. I don't even know if I've got special mentions. I just have a lot of favorites. Okay, actually, you know what? Special mention maybe two. Yeah, the orange leaf talon, a little bit chipped, but otherwise pretty nice. I found nicer ones in the past. That's why it's only a special mention. Maybe a special mention to the Campbell strombus. Again, only because I found nicer ones in the past and I'm a little bit picky now. But as for actual shell favorites, like my goodness, there were so many shells. There were so many scallops. I did not even put them all out. But anyway, on to favorites. I want to give a favorite to... yeah, this guy, oh my goodness, he's going to clean up nice. It is a hairy cockle. I was about to say an orange cockle. No, it's a hairy cockle. All of that hair stuff will come off. I did find half of a hairy cockle that didn't have any periostracum on it. It looks a little bit faded, but you can see that it does have a bit of shine on it, and it will be even more orange underneath where that hair is. So I'm like looking forward to getting it all cleaned up. I want to give a favorite to, oh, I liked him, or maybe he's just a special mention. I don't know, a nice Singapore scallop. He can be a favorite / special mention. I do actually legitimately like this guy. Yes, a beautiful, like, is that a burgundy color, maroon colored glory scallop? Super wonderful, really nice color on it, very vibrant. I liked this commercial scallop. Yeah, got some nice little colors through him. He's very, very cute. Okay, moving along. I don't know if I picked this up on camera or off camera. It's a very nice biggened and banded snail. There was quite a lot of lovely ones today, although maybe not the best I've ever seen, but still rather nice. I feel like I'm gushing about all the shells. There's a lot of very nice shells today. Okay, moving along. I think the final large favorite is going to be, I mean, admittedly, it is sun bleached and faded, but still, the large, intact Baler shell. My goodness, it was just like sitting there on the sand, and I'm just like, how did no one see that? Honestly, I was walking past that section like 30 minutes earlier. The water was still up over it, so I'm not surprised, but still, it can be the final favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.